Hey guys, Big Rich here. This is my first gun review. I decided to start doing these because in looking for gun reviews myself, a lot of times I found the videos were extremely long and I was just skipping around to try to find a few pertinent details I was looking for to determine if I wanted to make a purchase. So I thought if I could make reviews that are less than 10 minutes on new guns that come out that people are interested in, perhaps it would be helpful. I know it would have been helpful to me over the years of purchasing firearms. So today we have the Glock 19X and we'll review this today. We'll try to keep our reviews under 10 minutes. Just talk about some of the things that you might be interested in, some changes. Another thing about gun reviews I find over the years is that I'm not terribly interested in watching other people shoot the gun, so for the most part, unless you guys really request me to do it in the future, you won't see me shooting the gun on video. That's something you have to decide, based on reviews like the one I'm going to do, whether you want to pick it up and then go shoot it yourself. I can tell you this gun shot very well, and at the end of the review I'll either give it 2 thumbs down, 1 thumb up, or 2 thumbs up. First thing that's really cool about this gun is the box is the same color as the gun. This is the first Glock box I can remember not being black. So right off the bat, we have one thing pretty neat, makes this gun different than a usual Glock. So let's go see what's inside the box. So inside the box, we find most of the things we're used to seeing in the Gen 4 Glock boxes. We start with the standard Glock stuff I'll get out of the way. Cleaning rod that you can put the brush on the end of and use to clean the gun. And then also there is a magazine load assister that came with this gun, just like all the other Glocks that at least I bought over the years. And I took this gun to the range today and actually used that, and so it's not in the box right now. But we all know what those look like. They haven't changed, and the one that comes with this one is black, so it looks like every other one you have. This gun also comes with 3 magazines. What's neat here is you've got 2 extended magazines. Each one of these holds 19 rounds, and then you got a 17 round magazine. So you get 3 total magazines, 2 of them are extended. And then also you get the back straps that we saw with the Gen 4. There's a total of 4 that you get, 2 with the tails, and then 2 without, medium and large, and then sort of just your standard if you don't use one. This is actually the first Glock I've had where I've used one of the back straps. It seems like, at least it feels like to me, the grip is a little bit smaller than I'm used to, and just putting this extra real estate on the back there helped me to get a pretty good handle on the gun. So I like using the large tailed back strap, and I think other folks will find that the back straps are more useful in this one than ones they've used in the past. So with regard to the looks of the gun, there's a couple things I want to touch on. That some of them are controversial. The one is the color of the gun. So this is obviously a unique color for Glock, especially because you have a colored slide. A lot of the people that saw the video Glock put out a few weeks ago announcing this gun decided pretty quickly whether they loved or hated the color. I would say you need to wait till you see it in person. I didn't love it when I saw the first video or the couple photos that Glock put out initially and some other folks put out on the internet. But now that I've seen it in real life, I actually really like the color. Very unique. Has a really nice military color to it. The slide is very unique, particularly because apparently Glock has impregnated this color into the metal. So it's not a coating. It's going to stay in the metal and last. So I like the color myself. I would say give it a chance. Wait till you see it in real life till you decide whether you love it or hate it. The other thing that is kind of a look, also a functionality issue, but definitely something you notice when you look at it, is the size of the gun. So it's very controversial in the internet forums. People are saying that this is not the size that people wanted. They wanted maybe a concealed carry option that had a longer slide and a shorter grip or a smaller frame. But it's important to remember this gun wasn't designed with the concealed carry market in mind. This was designed to military specifications. This is what they wanted. And I would say wait till you actually shoot the gun. I'm going to talk in a minute about my experience shooting the gun, and I found the dimensions there to be really great. So definitely it is unusual in that it's a longer grip with the shorter slide, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. If you want a concealed carry gun, this might not be the right one for you, but it's definitely not a bad gun. Another thing that's kind of odd is this lanyard loop that's at the bottom of the gun. But you can remove this. This really is just a plug for the hole that's in the back of the grip. And frankly, I'm not really sure why it's there. I don't know who puts a lanyard on their gun, but if you wanted to, you could put it there. I'm not going to do that, but it doesn't get in my way either, so I'm not going to take it out. The military version of this had a safety, a thumb safety, manual safety. This one doesn't have it, so this is more in line with your usual Glock style of safety. That's, you know, internal things. There's not a manual safety. This is ambidextrous slide release, so, you know, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you can release the slide. The magazine release switches to either side, so this is a really good option for, you know, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. The new Glock ambidextrous features are good for you. The features of the 19X that are worth noting, many of them are very similar to what we're finding in the Gen 5 Glocks. The marksman barrel is something that this gun comes standard with, and basically it's just sort of an upgraded barrel from what we saw in the Gen 4. The rifling is different and is supposed to make, you know, the shooter a little bit more accurate. Something that's specific to the 19X is that it comes standard with night sights, and these are metal. The 19X has an accessory rail like you'll find on other Glocks that are similar in size. The trigger, I've read, is a little bit crisper. Frankly, I couldn't tell that much of a difference, both pulling it just now and when I shot it earlier today, but I've never had much of an issue with Glock triggers in the past anyway, so I don't have a whole lot to say about that. We get the rough textured frame, which feels, you know, very much like the Gen 4s, and the Gen 5s have this type of grip on the grip. And then the magazine well is something that's a little unique on this gun. So like I told you earlier in the video, it comes with some extended magazines. It also fits flush magazines, but it does not fit every Glock magazine. So not every magazine is compatible with this. I can tell you the Gen 5 19 magazines, 17 magazines, the plate comes out a little bit further and will not fit into this because it bumps against this piece here. So you do want to be careful. I mean, not every Glock magazine won't fit. I think all the Gen 4 mags fit, but Gen 5 mags won't fit, and so that may also give you an issue with, you know, non-Glock magazines that you buy on the aftermarket. But it comes with 3, and like I said, they're your usual good quality Glock magazines. I was very curious as to how this gun would shoot. I really didn't have a need for it. I've got plenty of concealed carry options and nightstand guns, as they call them. This one I was just very curious as to how it would shoot, which is why I went and bought it. And I have to tell you, it shot excellent. It shot different than any Glock that I've shot before, and I should say I usually shoot Glocks pretty well. You have a feeling of control with the longer grip and the shorter slide, and it's frankly really hard to explain until you've actually shot the gun, but I was able to shoot probably the most accurate I've ever shot with a Glock before, and that's saying something, particularly because it was right out of the box. I actually bought it this morning on the way to the range, so right out of the box this thing was accurate as heck, and it just has a different feel. It's sort of, I think, a balance thing where you've got all this real estate to hold on to manipulate sort of a smaller slide, which of course feels then like you have a smaller barrel, and everything up top feels smaller. So by giving yourself all this extra room to maneuver the top part, I think you increase your accuracy. So I can understand why Glock did this. I think it helped them and allowed them to meet the accuracy requirements of the military. And so I like it a lot. I don't think I'd be able to concealed carry it, but something that you'd maybe keep in your car or beside your bed, this would be an excellent option, and also just fun to shoot. So I'd give this gun certainly 2 thumbs up. So that's a wrap on my first gun review. I hope you liked it. We'll try to make these different and better over the course of the next several videos that we do. But if you did like it, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of the Glock 19X. If you have one, I'd like to know how you think it shoots. And if you don't have one but you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks, guys.